Hello everyone and welcome to the next lecture of Maths Live channel. My dear students of first year, we have started vector spaces, and in vector spaces we have studied vector space, subspace, then linear combination of vectors, and now we are going to study linear dependence and independence of vectors. So for this I required the concept of linear combination. Suppose I take a vectors v1, v2 up to vn, v1, v2 dot vn, bn vectors. Then we consider scalars c1, c2 dot cn. So these are n scalars. And what is our linear combination here? Our linear combination is c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus dot yes cn vn. This is our linear combination which we have studied. Now instead of is equal to v, we have to take is equal to 0 here. So this is my first equation. Whenever I have to check linear dependence or independence of vectors, then my first equation is I have to consider the linear combination c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus dot cn vn is equal to 0. So this first equation we required. Now we define two definitions here, linear dependence and linear independence of vectors. Have you remember the linear combination? Which linear combination I required? c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus dot cn vn. Now let us define two definitions. Very simple. If this is a linear combination, it is our equation 1. If c1 equal to 0, c2 is equal to 0, c3 is equal to 0, dot cn is equal to 0. Means what? All scalars c1, c2, cn are 0. All scalars are 0. Then the vectors v1, v2 dot vn are called linearly independent vectors. So when the vectors are linearly independent, if all scalars are 0 in a linear combination, c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus dot cn vn is equal to 0, all scalars 0, linearly independent. And if at least one scalar is not equal to 0, means c1 c2 cn not all 0, not all 0, this is important here, means at least c1 not equal to 0 or c2 not equal to 0 or all are not equal to 0, no problem. At least one is non-zero, then we say that the vectors v1, v2, vn are linearly dependent. Have you understood the both concept? The first one is you have to take linear combination. We required linear combination c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus dot cn vn equal to 0. Then all scalars are 0. All scalars are 0 means c1 c2 cn equal to 0, linearly independent. And at least one is not equal to 0, it is dependent. Understood? Okay. If vectors are linearly dependent, if vectors v1, v2, vn are linearly dependent, then there exists relation between them. Then we find relation between v1, v2, vn. So always relation exists if linearly dependent. If independent, then that means there is no relation. Right? If two vectors are there u and v, we say that they are linearly dependent, means one is multiple to other. One vector is multiple to other vectors. Understood? And if I have a linearly independent set, then subset of that linearly independent set is also linearly independent. Okay, now very important concept we are going to define here, basis of a vector space. Now for basis of a vector space, I required two things. One is spanning set. Spanning set means linear combinations. And second one is linearly independent set. So just we define properly a set of a vector space means v1, v2, you may take v1, v2 dot vn. N vectors are there. These n vectors we called as a basis of a vector space V. Listen carefully. These n vectors we call basis of a vector space V if it satisfies two conditions. What are the two conditions? First one is v1, v2, vn spans V. v1 v2 vn spans V, means each vector of V can be expressed as linear combination of v1 v2 vn. एव्हरी वेक्टर ऑफ चा प्रत्येक इलेमेंट आपल्याला या वेक्टरच्या लिनियर कॉम्बिनेशनमध्ये लिहिता आला पाहिजे. एव्हरी वेक्टर ऑफ कॅन बी एक्सप्रेस्ड ॲज अ लिनियर कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ वेक्टर्स v1 v2 vn. Correct? And these vectors, second condition is, these vectors v1 v2 vn are linearly independent. These vectors are linearly independent, means all scalars are 0. Understood? So these are the two conditions. While writing here, I take 1 and 2 interchange, no problem. You may take any one is the first one and second one, but I take second one as the first one because while solving problem it helps me, and for linear combination my job becomes easier if I do it the spanning set, the first one. Okay, now next definition is dimension of a vector space. Number of elements in the basis of a vector space is called dimension of a vector space. Means if the elements in the basis are 3, dimension is 3. Elements are 2, then dimension is 2, like that. So number of elements in the basis of a vector space is called dimension of a vector space. Correct? So here 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, these are the 3 elements basis for R3, therefore dimension of R3 is 3, dimension of R4 is 4, dimension of R2 is 2, like that. Correct? We will prove it in the examples. One more definition is here, finite dimensional vector space. Simple. A vector space V is called finite dimensional if there is finite elements. A vector space V is finite dimensional if it contains finite elements in its basis. Just like here, finite dimensional. How many elements in this basis? 3. Therefore, R3 is finite dimensional vector space. So, number of elements means gives dimension. And if dimensions are finite, we call that vector space as a finite dimensional vector space. So, take the first example to solve here. Examine for linearly dependence and independence of vectors. If dependent, find the relation between them. If dependent, find the relation between them. So the vectors given here, v1 is equal to 1 3 2, v2 is equal to 1 minus 7 minus 8, and v3 is equal to 2 1 minus 1. So these are the 3 vectors, and we have to check linear dependence and independence. Keep in your mind, if dependent, we find relation between them, and if independent, there is no relation. Okay, how many vectors are here? v1, v2, v3. Correct? 3 vectors. So consider c1, c2, c3. Right? So our first step is c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus c3 v3 is equal to 0. Always keep in your mind, we require this equation 1 for linear dependence, independence. So call this equation number 1, c1 v1 plus c2 v2 plus c3 v3 is equal to 0. Now put the values. So here c1 into 1 2 3, c2 into 1 minus 7 minus 8, c3 into 2 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Write down the equations. c1 plus c2 plus 2c3 is equal to 0. Next one is 3c1 minus 7c2 plus c3 is equal to 0. And the last one, 2c1 minus 8c2 minus c3 is equal to 0. These are the 3 equations. Write down in matrix notation. So here in matrix notation, I get first row is 1 1 2 1 1 2. Second row is 3 minus 7 1, 3 minus 7, here minus 7, 3 minus 7 1. Then 2 minus 8 minus 1, 2 minus 8 minus 1. Understood? So, and c1, c2, c3, 0, 0, 0. Correct? Consider augmented matrix A, 0. Homogeneous system. Have you remember? Augmented matrix A, 0. Take that. Here Ax equal to 0. So, I get augmented matrix A comma 0. Write down that augmented matrix and reduce it into canonical form. So start our row operations. What are the row operations? I have to make this 0 and this 0. Yes. In place of 3 I have to make 0. And in place of 2 also I have to make 0. So R2 minus, yes, stay with me. R2 minus 3R1. R3 minus 2R1. Now do the calculation. So here 3 minus 3 is 0. Minus 7 and minus 3 minus 10. Then 1 minus 6, it is minus 5. 1 minus 6, I get minus 5. Okay. Next one, minus 8. Minus 8 minus 2 here. Minus 8 minus 2. So I get minus 10. Next one, minus 1 minus 2. I get minus 2 into 2, 4. I get minus 5. Okay. Now you can see these two rows are same. So only one operation and last row becomes 0. So R3 minus R2. And last row is 0. So I get 1, 1, 2. 0 minus 10 minus 5. And 0, 0, 0. So what is rank of A? Rank of A is 2. And rank of A0 is also 2. And how many unknowns? It is less than 3. Number of unknowns. Number of unknowns are C1, C2, C3. Correct? So I get infinitely many solutions. So I get answer in terms of T. In fact, keep in your mind, if you get answer in terms of T in linearly dependent and independent, then and then we can say that vectors are linearly dependent. Vectors are linearly dependent. When vectors are linearly dependent, if rank of A is less than number of unknowns. Understood a new concept? Rank of A is rank of A0 is less than number of unknowns. Correct? A0 is same as rank of A. You have to keep in your mind. Then vectors are linearly dependent. If vectors are linearly dependent, find the relation between them. So to find relation, write down the equations. Yes, write down the equations. First equation is C1 plus C2 plus 2C3 equal to 0. Second equation is minus 10 C2 minus 5C1 equal to 0. So only two equations, three unknowns. What we have to do? We have to take C3 equal to K. Last variable is equal to K. Now find C2. Value of C2 is 1 by 2 minus K by 2 or 1 by 2K. Right? From that find C1. You will get C1 minus 3K by 2. You check your answer. K by 2 and 3K by 2, or you may get different answer. You just check yourself the calculation. Correct? And now last step remains. What is our last step? Here keep in your mind which are the values. Write down in your notebook. C3 is equal to K. C2 is equal to minus K by 2. C1 is equal to minus 3K by 2. Okay. Now come to your equation number 1. This is our equation number 1. We have considered C1 V1 plus C2 V2 plus C3 V3. Okay. What is value of C1? C1 is minus 3K by 2. Correct? V1. Plus what is C2? Minus K by 2 V2. And plus K V3 is equal to 0. Understood? Take K common and cancel. Take here K common and cancel. What I get? In fact, divide by 2. So I get 3V1 minus V2, correct? Plus 2V3 is equal to 0. I multiply by 2. So that this denominator 2 to get cancelled. So this is the relation between, you can see, minus 3V1 minus V2 plus 2V3 is equal to 0. This is the relation between vectors V1, V2, V3. Understood the concept? Okay, we stop here. In next lecture, we will see some more examples.